Aircraft have been a part of Save the Elephants and the work that we do ever since we started. It's really important for us to get a feeling for the landscape as a whole, which you really can only do with an aircraft. Satellite photos are great, Google Earth is great, but to get that real-time feeling for not just where the elephants are and what they're doing, but the state of the ecosystem, and to be able to run logistics with aircraft like this is transformational. If we fly for an hour, that's a distance that would take probably 6 or 7 hours to drive in a Land Cruiser on the ground, if you could get there at all. Being able to use the aircraft speeds us up and gets us places that we couldn't otherwise get.
There are too few vets in this country for the amount of wildlife that there are, and if we can save the vet to a time that is able to treat multiple cases in one day, then great.
This particular aircraft, it's a Cessna 206. It's the best aircraft for doing what it does, and it's used across Africa and in fact across the world for conservation work because it's so versatile. And one of the things that makes it versatile is that it's basically 2 aircraft in one. It can be a heavy workhorse. You can pack 1.5 tons of stuff in it and still haul it off the ground. It doesn't fly very well, but it gets you there safely. Take all that stuff out and fly with a light load and a few people, and you can fly very slow and very low in this aircraft. I think there's a fairly established deterrent effect. If there's an aerial presence, it's often been reported to us that an aircraft makes people think they're being watched and that there's less chance of illegal behaviour happening. What we desperately need to do is get more pilots trained, young Kenyan pilots we want patrolling the skies above northern Kenya. I've known Paul for a long time. He was orphaned very young. He was then adopted by a wonderful Turkana lady called Serena.
All my life, all that I've been dreaming about is about flying. As I was growing up in Naivasha in Sirocco, I used to hide myself in the bushes, watching Ian landing and taking off. The sound of an aircraft, how it flies, how it cruises in the skies, just fascinates me.
I think Serena will tell you that she was always finding little pinned up drawings of planes on Paul's wall and so on.
After high school, I went to Frank, and I told him, Frank, I did my high school and I really want to fly. Here's
this young guy who's got all the passion in the world, but just none of the connections and the opportunities.
We had no fund to finance flight training. Frank called me one morning. He told me, Paul, Save the Elephants needs a pilot, and we are glad to train you in South Africa, 43 Air School.
He got down there, got his license, got it converted to a license here, and now he's converting on to flying these aircraft.
I have to sit on this because I'm vertically challenged.
I think he's going to make a great pilot and be really, really useful for us.
It's a dream come true. Bush flying is all I wanted ever since I was a kid. And now that I'm with Save the Elephants, I'm living my dream.